You might know our next guest from the USA Network hit Covert Affairs, or as her role as police sniper Jules Callahan in the police drama Flashpoint. You may remember her from The Division, Wildfire, or even alongside Kerry Russell in the WB hit Felicity. But for geeks worldwide, she first found her way onto our screens and into our hearts as her portrayal of Kimberly Hart, the original Pink Ranger, in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Get Your Geek On is proud to bring you tonight, coming to Alamo City Comic-Con October 29th and 30th. The writer, director, and star of the upcoming film The Space Between, Amy Jo Johnson.
Amy Jo, thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us here.
Thanks. What an introduction that was.
I don't know if you got to hear our little pre-show there, but Goose, who introduced you there, actually came in on his own time to record that because he was worried he'd get a little tongue-tied talking to you.
Ah, that's so sweet. That's funny. No, that was very, very nice. That was great. Thanks.
Now, hello. Amy Jo, hello. Welcome to the show. Glad to be hearing from you. You will be in San Antonio in about 2 weeks' time to be here for the Alamo City Comic-Con, one of the largest Comic-Cons that has ever been developed in the history of man ever. I'm pretty sure we're outdoing the Romans and Carthaginians at this point, so that's good. But I've also heard...
It looks like it's huge. It looks huge, the Comic-Con. I was checking it out online.
Yeah, they're going to expect like 90,000 people for this thing at minimum.
And that's just for you, Amy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely. Your line is going to be wrapped. I think your line is going to go back to Seguin. I think that's where her line starts.
Well, oh my God. Anyway, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say that a little birdie also told me that this is your first trip to the Alamo City, the 7th largest city in the country. And I got to know, is there anything that you're just dying to see? I mean, we have our own suggestions, but is there anything in particular you've heard about?
Oh, no, please go ahead and suggest, because I have really no idea what to expect. I've been to Texas maybe twice. I drove cross country when I was 19 years old on my way out to Los Angeles, and I made a pit stop in Dallas. And then I did a little movie out in Monterrey, Mexico, which isn't too far from the border there, right?
About 4 hours from the border, I think, give or take.
Yeah.
Well, we have all sorts of suggestions for you.
Anyway, what should I do?
Okay, well, the obvious is the Riverwalk in the Alamo, and that's the big tourist traps everybody wants to go to.
Oh, yeah. How far is that?
Right across the street, basically.
Literally,
yeah.
Okay. The Riverwalk kind of winds its way through downtown, so it's like what is it? What do they extend it to now? Like it's a 5-mile stretch of
going all the way to the south side
of drinking establishments and clubs.
Nice. I'll be doing that Friday then, for sure, because I think I only work on Saturday and Sunday, and I get in on Friday.
Excellent.
I'm hitting what do I call it again?
The Riverwalk. The Riverwalk.
I'm hitting the Riverwalk.
Now, my personal suggestion, because that's the obvious stuff. Everybody goes to see those. My personal suggestion is to go to Mi Tierra. If you're going to have some real Southwest Tex-Mex food, you want to go to Mi Tierra, which is still downtown, but they also have live mariachi music every Friday night.
Oh, that's nice. Here, I'm going to write that down. What's it called?
Mi Tierra.
M-I.
Mi Tierra.
And then space. And then you spell the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Me, T-E-R-R-A.
Got it. All right. Cool. Thanks for the tips, guys.
And I love it.
24 hours.
I love it when Peter says it because he has the Latino accent and I don't. So go ahead and say it, Peter.
Tierra.
Mi Tierra.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Open 24 hours. Yes, that's it. There you go.
Now I understand, Goose. You have personally volunteered to give her a tour. Now, where were you going to?
Well, I did actually. You were actually my first age-appropriate crush, so it's good.
I don't even want to know what that means. But okay.
I was 15 when Power Rangers came on. So.
Okay. Oh, you were too old to watch it.
Yes, that's what everybody told me. Yes, that's true. But there's the Tower of the Americas, which is right by the convention center. There's also a Spurs game that night, Spurs and the Pelicans at the AT&T Center. So depending upon how your schedule allows it, if you like basketball, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, I like basketball, but I'm not going to be hitting the game.
All right.
I'm going to be river walking it.
Yes, definitely be river walking it. Peter, do you have a suggestion for her?
I do ghost tours.
Yes, if you're into haunted stuff, Peter actually does ghost tours.
That could be fun right before Halloween too. Oh my goodness, that could be scary.
It'd be plenty spooky. Plenty spooky. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's hop in the Wayback Machine here and go back to where it all started. How did you land the part of Kimberly Hart in the Power Rangers series?
Well, when I was 19 or 20, I drove cross country to Los Angeles, to Hollywood, and then I spent about 6 months sort of taking classes. And one class I took was with this woman named Katie Wallens, and she happened to be a casting director as well. And so that summer, she was casting the Power Rangers. And I just went into the audition and went through the process of auditioning. I was a gymnast, which clearly was why and how I got the part, because I had no idea how to act yet.
Could have fooled me.
And yeah. Oh, well, thanks. Thanks a lot. No, I learned a lot doing the Power Rangers. It was my first acting job I ever had. So
it's quite the debut when you think about it. I mean, some people
I know who knew.
They have those little bit parts on like Days of Our Lives or something, but you come on the scene as the Pink Power Ranger.
I know, but nobody knew the show was even going to be popular. It was Dino Rangers when we did the pilot, and then it changed, and then by the following summer when it aired in that September, it was crazy. We were like, oh my God, and it was still non-union, and we had no idea it was going to be such a big hit.
Now, speaking of the Power Rangers, they're kind of doing a remake, reboot, sequel, soft reboot, whatever you want to call it, to the Power Rangers. Have you seen the trailer?
I have seen the trailer. I think it looks fantastic. I'm super excited about it.
I've seen it too, and man, I watched it probably like 5 or 6 times because it just seems so intense.
I know. I loved it. I mean, I think there's mixed reactions to it, but personally, I was like, oh, I want to see this. This looks awesome.
As soon as I saw
really Elizabeth, fun. I'm going to take my daughter.
When I saw Elizabeth Banks was in it, I was like, oh, I'm sold. I'm there.
Yeah. And that part in the trailer when she's like on top of her on the bed, like, I think it looks really cool.
I've killed Rangers before, and I'm just like, okay, creepy.
I know, and the music, I know, it's so exciting.
Now, are you? You said you were excited for the film. When you first learned about it, I mean, did you have any kind of misgivings about them trotting on this territory? I know remakes are all the rage nowadays, but I mean, come on.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really think too much about it besides the fact that, this seems like, sure, why not? I mean, they remake everything, right?
That's true.
Why not this? And for me personally, it's pretty cool to have done something that is worth remaking. That's like, oh, wow, I was a part of that 20 years ago. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it really. I think I read a stat somewhere that it was something like 91% of all movies made in the last 3 to 5 years are either remakes, reboots, or sequels.
Like, well, see, that's why I do little indie films. That aren't.
You just said
the space between. What?
I'm sorry. You just
you did your Alpha 5 impression.
Yeah, you did the Alpha 5.
I went. Well, I don't go. I went. Oh, I did go, ay. Oh, I did. Oh, my God. I have like an inner alpha.
It's rubbing. The show is crazy. 20 years later, the show's rubbing off on you. I love it.
Oh, my God. Anyway, so, you were talking about all these reboots and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But, so I just started filmmaking, and I've done 3 short films, and I've done my first feature film called The Space Between, which are in festivals right now, which is not a remake or a reboot of anything besides my own little imagination.
Yeah, and this film, you're in the director's chair now. So,
which I love. I love it.
How is that different from being in front of the camera as opposed to now behind the camera?
Somebody asked me that question the other day, and I realized as being an actor for 20 years, I found I was a very insecure person. I don't know, acting just made me very insecure, and for some reason, as I've sort of, gone on to become a filmmaker and direct, I feel much more confident as a director.
And what festival?
And I don't know. exactly why, but I love it so much, and I just feel like I'm really comfortable in my skin directing more than I was as an actress.
That's outstanding. I love that. It's like you found your niche now. I
did. I really did. I love it so much. So yeah, we're doing festivals. October 20th, we're the opening film festival in Carmel, California, which is pretty cool. And then we're at Whistler, and we were just at Sudbury. We had our world premiere in Shanghai, which was quite very interesting and fun.
Wow.
And yeah. And so probably by next summer, we'll be releasing the movie on VOD, so you can find it online. But if anybody's interested, we have a website called thespacebetweenfeaturefilm.com. And so we'll put all the information on there. And we're actually releasing the awesome indie soundtrack next week.
Nice.
Online.
Yeah, that was me my next question, because a good movie's got to have a great soundtrack. Who's doing the soundtrack?
It has the best soundtrack. It's so good. You know, right before I filmed, I tweeted out there I said, indie artists, send me your heartfelt indie songs. I'm looking for songs for the soundtrack, and I got so many amazing songs. So we just had all this music to pick from and choose from as we were going through the editing process. So we have 16 songs on the soundtrack, and they're all indie musicians. And if you go onto the website, thespacebetweenfeaturefilm.com, there's a soundtrack page, and you can sort of see all the different musicians and the songs that are on the soundtrack.
And for anyone listening, we're going to put that link also on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GYGO official. So you can go directly there. You can learn more about the film, about this really awesome soundtrack, and the premiere and the festivals and everything else that's going on. That is fantastic news.
Awesome. Thank
world
you.
Premiere in
Thank
Shanghai.
you.
Ooh, that's cool. Now, here's the fun question. Because, we've been serious up until now, of course, but now this is the fun one. If you could go, you could go back to 1992, and you could tell yourself one thing besides buy stock in Apple or, something like that. You go back in time.
Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that. That would be, oh, man, all kinds of things you could kind of say.
And no fair buying Google when it's only $3 a share. But what would you tell yourself?
I think I would tell myself to not stress out so much and relax a bit more. Be as driven as I was, but to just chill out a bit more. I think I was very stressed through my 20s and my 30s, trying to figure out what I wanted to do and where I'm going and la, 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 la. And looking back, I think if I just had a little more faith and was just a little more relaxed about it, I could have enjoyed the ride a little bit more.
I think we could all, that's looking back, a lot of us could take that advice and be like, man, you gotta stop stressing. I mean,
yeah,
even now,
when you
just
hit your
stressing.
40s, I hit my 40s, I just realized, it's really, I can just, nothing's that important, unless it's a life or death situation or something. But all this stress, we got so much stress. It just means nothing, really, ultimately.
Well, I think we can definitely help you bleed off that stress at Meet the Era and on the Riverwalk, too. When you head down at the end of October, Amy Jo Johnson will be in San Antonio for the Alamo City Comic-Con. Want to thank you for taking the time out to talk to the fans here. This is really fantastic. Where can people find you? Do you have a social media page that people can follow you on?
Oh, yeah, I have a Twitter, which is, I think, _ Amy Jo Johnson. And then I have a Facebook page, which I believe is A to the double J.
A to the double J.
And then my Instagram page is A to the double J as well.
So you're keeping it real. That's good.
Yeah, A to the double J, guys. That's me.
Word up, yo. I love it.
Word.
Okay. All right, Amy Jo, I can't wait to see you. We'll have to shake hands when you head down this way. Thanks very much for taking the time out and speaking to us here on Get Your Geek On 9:30 a.m. The Answer and 930amtheanswer.com.
Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.